last night was the last night that we, or I guess, will have internet and cable in this apartment because the company is charging us so much for regular cable and internet, and our offer ended. So since last night, you know, they turned it off and Michelle had gone to her parents' house, I decided to whip out the good old VHS tapes that I have and borrow her VHS player. And at first I was in the mood for like Snow White or something Disney. Like I was in this very nostalgic mood, so I have a bag full of these videos and I looked through it, and I have a Ninja Turtle movie, and it's the third one. It's the one where they go to Japan, and no, I didn't get it after I came back from Japan. I had it before, so booyah. Anyway, I watched it. It was hilarious how ridiculous it all looks, and I actually understood a lot more of the content of the movie going to Japan than I did when I was younger. Who would have thought? But thinking about that, well, actually, no, I finished that movie and then I put on The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I hadn't seen that in years. And when I was watching it in the beginning part is super scary. Like when the master, the guy that looks like a stick with a nose, I mean, he's so ugly. He picks up the monster baby and all the eyes are looking at him, and it's just creeped me out. I remember that when I was younger, my dad and I would go to the movies together. We would go hang out at the movies. And just like remembering that movie, because we actually snuck into it to see it. We snuck in right when that part was coming, the scary part. But thinking about that, we used to hang out and go to movies, and I really miss that. I really miss my dad, and I really miss my mom, and really miss having those moments when you're a kid, you know, like your parents do something special for you, you know, like something silly like that. And that reminded me also that I think it might have been that day when we went to see The Hunchback, when this life-changing ordeal happened. My mom had bought me, I remember exactly where I found this because I wanted it. We were at JCPenney. This was, mind you, like 1997. I would assume it was mid-school year or so, because, you know, you're so into, you know, Space Jam and all these movies that are coming out or that have come out, and I was in love with this movie. And I remember JCPenney walking through, there was this Space Jam like kiosk that had Space Jam everything. And so I was looking through it, and there was this Space Jam bottle holder, you know, one of those like I guess, you know, like Snuggies or whatever they're called. You put bottles in and they have a little strap that you can carry around it, but it had like all the Space Jam characters and of course Michael Jordan. And I wanted it, and it was like it was 25 to 30 bucks. And my mom was like, sorry, I can't get it for you. It's kind of expensive for a bottle holder. So we left, and you know, whatever, you're a kid, you kind of just learn to be like, whatever, okay, fine. And I remember, I think it was the next week, she had gotten it for me. She bought it, and I took it to the movies when I went with my dad, and I was so happy. I had, I think, some sort of soda type in the bottle, and I was just like sipping my Coke and with Space Jam, and I'm watching a movie with my dad. I think it was like, I want to say Jurassic Park, but it wasn't that long ago. Watching a movie, sipping the Coke with the popcorn, and we snuck in some candy, and it was just, you know, you just start doing this because you're so happy. You're happy to be in the movies and you're sipping your Coke and whatever. So I put the bottle, Space Jam bottle of awesomeness onto the seat, and finished watching the movie. I get up, my dad's like, okay, let's go home. And I'm going out of the law, get in the car, and I'm like, wait! I left the bottle, and so I run in. My dad is like, you know, walking behind me, like taking his time. And I go to the seat I was in, and it was gone. It was completely gone. Somebody had stolen it, or one of the people from the maintenance, whatever, they took it. We went to ask if they had found something, and it wasn't there. And I was devastated. I was completely devastated. I didn't know what to do. I felt so bad because my mom had spent this money. I felt so bad because I had lost this thing that I wanted and I didn't even use fully for the first time, and somebody took it from me. You know, when you're a kid, those moments are serious. And then in the back of your mind, you're like, my mom is going to kill me. She is going to smack me with another bottle, whichever bottle she finds around the house, because I lost $30 in a bottle that has Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan on it. And that's what I was terrified of telling her. I was terrified, I was crying, and I just couldn't believe that it was stolen. And finally I got home and I told her, and all I remember was just like this on her. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did that. Crying, and she's just like, well, you know, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You know, it happens, and just don't let it happen again. You know, she was upset, but you know, it's not upset where I was grounded or anything. You know, it was. I think she saw the genuine, distraught child, and she took pity. So I haven't found one like it since. I probably won't. It doesn't matter. But Space Jam bottle holder with a handle shoulder thing was the jam. And I loved going to the movies with my dad and having my mom prepare little things for us to go to it, even if it was in expensive bottles. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Probably didn't know that about me. Just little secrets and treasures I have. So if you happen to find a Space Jam bottle holder like that, you know who to give it to.